Are we live? Say yes or no. We are live. Can y'all hear me? I'm about to see. We live? How do I know? I can't see it on my page. Can y'all hear me?
I hear.
Yes, we are live. I do see it.
Okay, let me.
And I see my head moving.
Do you?
Yes, I do see. We are live. Welcome to the Single Mama Podcast. I am your advocate and host, Brandy, also known as the Gym City Mama. Today I have with me Miss Donesha.
Hi everybody.
Miss Donesha Wright, who nervous.
Yes, I am.
We're gonna get her comfortable in just a second.
I am. I never went live, so.
Nisha, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Nisha, okay.
First, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, first off.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
And I'm going to call you Nisha because that's what I know you as.
Right.
Not know Donesha. I know her. Right. So we're going to talk like we know each other. This is just a conversation. We're going to start off with, where were you born and raised?
Dayton, Ohio, baby, Gym City. You know what it is? I love Dayton.
Okay. Do you?
Yes. Yes.
You going to stay here?
No, it's a lot of, there's a lot of big people in a small city.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty, we're an attractive city. There's a lot of attractive people in Dayton, men and women.
I agree with that.
A lot of successful people in Dayton, and a lot of innovative people in Dayton. Like Dayton is the bomb for real.
Okay. I'm gonna let you have that, and I'm gonna ponder that one and suck that up later. But at any rate, born and raised.
Right.
What area did you grow up in?
Westwood.
Not she got Westwood tattooed on her.
I love my neighborhood.
Oh my God.
Yes, I do.
Westwood for life, huh?
Yes.
What y'all do that? WW. Okay, then. What elementary school did you go
to? Several.
I know.
But Resurrection was mainly the on Grade Mile. Shout out Resurrection, and had a couple other names since then.
Do you realize that's where we know each other from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I know her.
We went to Catholic school.
We were Catholic girls for quite some time. That went left, and now we're going back right. But at any rate, the one of my fondest memories of you, and you correct me here.
Okay.
First of all, the person that I'm picturing is the bang, the mushroom, and the braces. Yes. You remember that?
Definitely.
With your sweater, with your V-neck sweater. That's the person that I see right now. However, the one thing I remember about you, why are you laughing? You was such a nerd.
I was.
People don't know that. People don't know you was a nerd. People don't know you went to Chaminade.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Yeah, I got a. Actually,
you got a scholarship.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. And I was like, when I was driving today, and I was like, Nisha got a scholarship. I remember you were like one of the first people that it was kind of offered to back then, and that was like what 90. I'm gonna say one.
Oh, a while back.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was a valedictorian in my 8th grade class.
Exactly.
So I obtained a full ride scholarship to Chaminade Julienne.
Y'all hear that? Valedictorian of the 8th grade class.
Your girl got brains.
Yes, she does. She does. Who was your teacher? Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
It was Mr. Shaw.
7th and 8th grade. Shout out to Mr. Shaw. Wonderful teacher, wonderful man of God. Shout out to Mr. Shaw.
Okay. I was just telling his daughter that, like, yeah, he was our teacher at Resurrection. She was like, really? I was like, yeah.
Good
like,
teacher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, he's a good man.
Teacher.
And I just saw him bowling here recently, like within the last year he was bowling. He didn't remember who I was.
He looked the same though.
He did. He got a little white hair, but he looked the same.
Yes,
yep, he do look the same. Okay, so you went to Chaminade after grammar school. And how long were you at Chaminade?
Just a year.
That's what I remember, because when I got there, you was gone.
Yeah. Real life kind of set in for me. My grandmother raised me. So I don't say I was sheltered because my mom and dad were on drugs. So I kind of knew about drugs and things that went on, but my grandmother kind of kept me sheltered. So I kind of didn't, I got exposed to a lot once I got to high school. I was kind of naive to a lot of things, and it became kind of overwhelming. Which I want to bring to light too, is mental health. I start creating mental issues and self-confidence issues, just issues within myself that I wasn't necessarily didn't know the proper channels to reach out to. At that time, it still was kind of shunned upon as crazy or they're crazy, whatever. But that's what started. Actually, I'm gonna tell you who got me put out. You want me to tell you? See, I was trying to be good on here.
You're supposed to be honest on here.
Royce Tramiel. Yep. I'm name dropping.
He got you put out.
Yeah, we was wrestling and during school hours, and I ended up getting in trouble, and that was like my last straw, the last thing that I could do, and I ended up I transferred the next year. I actually went to a mental institution. They thought I was crazy. They sent me to at that time it was St. E, I believe it was, and I spent like 2 weeks on the mental health ward.
Your granny didn't play though.
Yeah, she was like, what's going on with her? She going crazy.
What kind of car she had? Was it a Regal?
Yeah, it was a Buick.
It was a blue
with
one.
the T-tops.
That's what I thought. I'm like, our granny didn't play. Coming through. She was serious.
She did.
Okay.
That's my girl. That's my heart.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to make her proud. Yeah, I'm trying to make her proud.
You will. You will. Yeah, she always knew you wouldn't let, but you can go back, right?
Definitely.
When you got the foundation anyway. So after that, they diagnosed you as crazy.
They diagnosed me as bipolar, which I think they use pretty fluently.
They do.
I think sometimes issues can be deeper or they may not be as extreme. But with teens, they kind of up and down anyway. So we diagnosing the teen as the bipolar. I think it's like a touchy area to put them in. So you start trying to put people on medicine and trying to figure out what.
The crazy thing about mental health diagnosis, people don't even understand. It's all symptomatic. It's all what they think. There's no blood to be drawn. There's no any of that. So it's like whatever they think, they go to a book, literally check off. Seriously, really check off your behaviors, and then they say, oh, well, she's not having severely high. She's not manic.
It's like a certain criteria, like a 503 criteria, I think is what it is.
Yeah, it's like she's not manic, but yeah, it's crazy.
And so that actually took a toll on me because my parents was on drugs, and it wasn't that they weren't a part of my life. So that's like that's a touchy situation you deal with because you got people that you know are your parents, but they're not actually caring for you. My grandmother caring for me, but I'm seeing these people, and I can't really explain it. Now, I didn't grow up rich. We grew up kind of okay. Granny was cool. She went to college graduate, whatever. Right. But I didn't grow up with a lot of money. So usually with Shaman, the people that pay out of pocket, they kind of come from, you know,
a wealthy background.
Well-off homes. And so now I'm in here and I'm used to, I'm just not, I don't want to call it superficial, but I wasn't when it comes to like.
You weren't comfortable?
No, I mean like with the things that people had. Like at that age, at 14, most people are like kind of promiscuous or even dealt with sex or dealt with, like I wasn't really.
Right.
I was kind of, my grandma kept me so sheltered, I was lost in the sauce. I wasn't really into what people were into and girls and getting dressed and doing stuff. Like you said, my little bang and my little, grandma put them rollers in there. Like I was kind of like a late bloomer when it came to like society, you feel me? So when I get there and the pressure of me feeling like I didn't look like everybody or I didn't fit in with everybody, intellectually I knew that I fit in, but physically I felt like I stood out. And then physically I felt like, even though people didn't know that my parents were on dope, but I felt like you could see it, like I wore it. So
you felt like you wore your insecurity.
I feel like, yeah.
But nobody knew it but you.
Right. But see, I didn't know that until I got older and I, you know, with training and studying and learning yourself, I didn't know that. So at that time, like, because I go back and I try to process through that to try to help me become better or see where I kind of went left at. Then I ended up going to, I want to say, it was Belmont. I went to Belmont. I got a lot of friends. Shout out to Belmont. Go Bisons. I got there and my sister was there. I went there because my sister was there and I felt
comfortable.
Yeah, because I knew a lot of her friends and so I felt like it. But at this point, I was angry. Exactly why, I don't know. I think it was a number of things, but I was angry. To this point, anybody to say anything to me, I'm ready to
knock if you buck, because that's Nisha. That was Nisha.
And actually, it was more of I'm verbal. Slice you up with my mouth. Right. It's where most of my altercations come from because I got a big mouth.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, and I think a part of that comes from being in a household where there was like arguing amongst my mom and my father, and you kind of had to.
You were so petite back then. You had also too.
You trying to say I'm fat now?
No, I ain't saying that. But I'm saying. You got a mushroom.
I was small.
You got braces.
I was the smallest in the class.
You was small.
I was small.
Yeah, so the mouth, because I can relate to that. It's like, that's your defense.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah,
definitely so. I still kind of almost,
like, I can't beat everybody up, but I can hurt you with the words. I feel you on that.
I was good at it. I was good at it, and I used it like to back people off. If people want to pick on me or crack or whatever, like my words were swift.
Right.
The physical aspect, I think it just came from the anger that was built up that I kind of just
suppressed.
Yeah, and when it came out, it was like a little warrior.
So have you figured out, now looking back, have you figured out what the anger was stemming from? What was the root of the anger?
I want to say it was because I was misunderstood, but I also wasn't properly educated. I love my grandmother dearly, but I felt like some of the things that she sheltered me from that I should have had to go through in order to understand what was going on. Because sometimes you can coddle your kids so much that when
reality set in,
it's hard to take in. And
but she old school, so a lot of them they didn't have the ability to. They didn't even know how to channel what was going on. They just had their own way, one way, or the highway.
And I also grew up in the era. I got a little bit of that spanking too in the school with the school systems.
Me too.
I got a little taste of that. Like I feel like me personally, don't nobody hold it against me. That's what's wrong now with the kids. Like I feel like we've lost control. It's like you get to a point where we're almost like scared of them.
Oh, yeah.
You're scared to discipline them. Then you want to send them to school. The teacher, if I can't do nothing, what made me think the teacher going to be able to do something with her? And so it gets to a point to where they kind of just shuffle on through them when they're 18.
That's what I tell everybody, like,
no,
I got paddled at school. Like, and we all stood in the line.
It was a sense of
waiting
fear.
on your paddling.
Nobody is scared anymore. Nobody is scared of anything. There's no boundaries.
Everyone's fearless.
Yes. And that's a scary place for me.
It is.
Like, I like fear. It was at one point that I didn't fear anything, and we see the repercussions of my actions from that. So it's like I actually, back when I was acting out, I did have a fear, but my defense mechanism, I told you, was my mouth, and then my excuse for my hands was because someone touched me. But knowing that I played a role in the whole altercation.
Right.
So it didn't turn out well.
What happened at Belmont? So now we at Belmont.
I gotta be all the way transparent.
I mean, that's what this is.
I ended up getting expelled from Belmont.
Okay.
God is so good. I hit my principal with like a little yardstick. We was having a hearing.
Did you?
I just told you don't judge me.
I ain't judging you.
Okay, I did.
But I am
I'm sorry, Mr. Martin. Yeah, I did. Not with my fist. It was like a little yardstick or something. We had like a hearing at Roosevelt, and my mom was there. And keep in mind, at this time, she's still struggling with addiction. She clean now. Shout out, Mama. And so I take her. You know, you gotta take somebody that's messy when you acting messy. So I get my mom. I'm just being honest. So I get my mom because I know that she'll cover my bullshit.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't gonna take my grandma because she gonna make me stand accountable.
Right.
And I didn't want to do that.
Right.
And we went down there and we were at the meeting and had to do with me not coming to school and because the issue was my grades. I was passing. You know that.
Right.
I'm kind of intelligent, so I was passing, but I was missing too many days. And so we having a hearing about it. And so I got so frustrated and she started embarrassing me in the meeting saying random stuff because she suffered from paranoid schizophrenic. So she already think they out to get me. Crazy.
But you didn't know that then?
No, I knew that then.
Oh, you knew she was?
Yeah, that was a part of, I don't know if the drug addiction triggered the paranoid schizophrenic or the paranoid schizophrenic got her to do the drugs. I do know my mom before she was on drugs and before she was diagnosed as paranoid schizophrenic. I do remember the times with my mom when she used to work at Wright at the base, and
that's some stuff
and then
to
something
watch.
Just happened. Yeah,
I got
something
a
just
sister that's
happened.
paranoid schizophrenic,
and she was never the same. You feel me? And that's a lot to take to deal with. Because at one point your mom is regular, you come home and she's working and doing her job, and you come home and now things have like took a left. So
it was a lot to take when my sister flipped out on me, so I can relate. It's like it was a trigger, but her having a baby is what brought hers about. So it was, keep talking. Or no?
Shout out Aaron.
Yeah, shout out Aaron. This is
mic.
the guy. But yeah, different things trigger it. And that's what we came to realize later. And she's still out here.
And
we ain't wheeled her back in yet.
It's okay though. It's okay though, because God did everything for a reason.
Yeah,
and I want to bring awareness to mental health and to everybody's mental health. Like it's
real.
Everybody has it. People tend to think that they don't your mental health is just a part of your physical health as it is your hygiene. Like, you have to have your mind right. Your mind have to be right. You have to process with people with a good mind, so you don't bounce off and end up with making stupid decisions based off what somebody else influenced or told you to do. So it's like really important to stay grounded and like to pray and meditate.
Let me ask you a question. When you got to Belmont, because we was at Resurrection for quite some time, then you went to Chaminade, and then you went to Belmont. Do you feel as though, and I'm asking you this for me too,
okay,
because I know when I went left, transferring from private
to public,
did that do something to you?
Ratchet City.
Was it the freedom? Because I felt like it was too free.
No. At this point, I'm still trying to feel myself. I was uncomfortable in my skin when I get to Belmont because I feel like I'm with people that have more than what I have.
No, I mean now, as an adult, as you look back, do you feel like you had too much freedom?
No.
No? I do.
As a high school student?
I think that's when I went left. Because you come from such a structure. You know, Chaminade, they took attendance every class period. So wasn't no skipping school.
Well, yeah.
Or none of that.
On that
when
aspect,
you go
as
to
far as
public
going
school.
From private to public,
yeah,
definitely.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I take that back. Because I can think about them 3 lunch periods.
Right. We didn't have none of that. They took attendance every class period, and you was there, and if you wasn't in that seat, they was calling right in there and tell your mama
you accountable.
Exactly. Like, they wasn't playing no games. But
it is a little bit of freedom in public schools, but I think that should be there.
Do you?
Yes, because once you get to college, you have no one
holding your hand
at all. Okay. So this is the step before then. So we're going to do a gradual process, and it's about that person really wanting to be committed to what they're trying to do in the future. It's understanding that high school is preparing you for your next steps. Whether you're taking college, whether you're going to a trade, like you got to put more into it. I don't think it's enough important stressed on high school. Those are pertinent years in there. When you do a lot of developing and you pick up a lot of characteristics. For me, like a lot of situations I would have been in if I would have, I ain't gonna say that I had a lot of good friends at all my schools. Cause I ended up going to C-Dub, shout out Colonel White, the best.
So now Belmont, now we at Colonel White. What happens?
I loved it. The change in the classes. At this point, I was a little behind because of my not participating in school. So I was put into like something called a cluster, meaning where you try to catch up your grades, whatever credits you don't have. It's like a credit recovery type of program. And I got there, and that school was so big, and I was skipping that lunchroom, that lunchroom, and at this point, I think I'm trying to like dudes and stuff now, because keep in mind, little Bangy wasn't trying to bang nothing. You feel me? Bangy wasn't banging. So I get there, and I'm trying to like guys, and I'm just trying to feel myself, feel my style, my fashion, and you know how high school I've been wearing uniforms. So at this point, I don't even have like a granny ball school uniforms and shoes. You feel me? When you get to school clothes, I had to step my game up like I ain't really have nothing. I used to pick my sister's lock. She was so meticulous about her clothing. Shout out sis. She stayed fly. And she would put a lock on her door, and I guess she thought I was stupid or something. I didn't have to have the key. I would just unattach it from the wall. And she would write down what she wore so she wouldn't repeat it. Like I got a couple little things from my sister. Like she would write down what she wore so she wouldn't wear the same thing too soon.
I know that's right.
Yeah, she wasn't playing. She wasn't playing, okay?
Dye hairs in rotation. That's what she did. Okay then.
So I kind of, I was kind of feeling myself in high school.
So Colonel White got your fashion up.
Yeah, it got my fashion up. It got my friend list up because I still have friends from Belmont. But I found sisters at Colonel White.
Really?
Yeah. Bonds that I still have to this day.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you still have some of your high school friends?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, I do.
And they still support them?
They support me. As soon as I came out with the book, they hit me, of course, on Facebook. But then we don't have each other. These are friends that are real friends. So we don't talk every day. You got
right.
Your
you
mom,
do have
you got
your
kids,
own.
you got work. But
right.
When it's something important, though, they're there. Like they both hit me up, and I just got a new phone number. I mean, when they hit me in the text, I'm like, they put who they were. But it made me smile because it let me know that
they're still there. They watching. They still.
I still got that support. Yeah.
That means a lot.
I still got that support.
Now we off to the races. So
yeah,
we done hit Colonel White.
At some point,
you adult, pretty much. I
didn't graduate.
I know.
I did not graduate. Well, I ended up getting my GED in prison. I don't want to shout out old RW, but truth be told, I feel like if I wasn't incarcerated, I would have never sat down and got it. Which I had took a couple of parts of the test on the outside, but I didn't complete it. You know what I mean?
So you touched on prison, and I ain't got there yet. But now we're there.
I just want to go. I mean,
let's go.
I'm being transparent right now.
How do we get there?
To be open.
How did we get to prison? And what age did we go to prison?
I want to say, because I don't keep track and I don't have the years on date because those are not dates that I really like to remember. Mm-hmm. But I want to say I was 19, 20.
Any children yet?
Yes.
You had your first win, so we're going to back up.
99.
Really?
Yeah.
So she'll be a 25 this year.
99.
First child.
Yep.
1999.
Which was kind of late for all my friends. I was
the
late.
21.
I was after everybody else. Yeah. Shout out to holding out.
You were
abstinence. Practice abstinence.
21.
Yes, I was.
Single mom.
Yes, I was.
Tell me how it worked.
That wrapping up the school year, we had a lot of R. Kellys in our age group. We had a lot of older guys that used to pour down. Y'all know who y'all are. They pour down to the school for the young high school girls. They was picking up the high school girls. Some of them driving. Some of them got the little ballers. And you had a lot of grown men coming to the school.
Absolutely.
So at this point where I go from not having even a neighborhood boyfriend to now I got grown men looking at me. Now I'm feeling myself. I think I'm something. You understand what I'm saying? And so now after I get involved with somebody and he kind of break my heart. He break my heart. And so I said, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I don't want to say this, but.
Say what you're going to say.
I said, I'm going to give me somebody that don't look that cute. That way I felt like I was going to get somebody that, I ain't going to call him ugly. I'm going to say.
Hey, man, you frag.
So, let's go. I got with somebody that I felt like.
This Donesha, y'all.
I felt like had insecurities and I would be able to control that situation, which was not the case because regardless of his looks, he had.
Right.
Brides.
Right. They do. They usually do.
Right. So that kind of it steered me away from doing the right thing. I ended up like in the area where I'm chasing behind these dudes, or I'm doing all this clubbing and I don't even know what I'm celebrating. I'm going out every weekend and I don't know what I'm celebrating, but I'm in the mix now. And then, like, I'm a fresh face because I started everything late. So they're like, oh, that's Don's little sister. Oh, and come here. And I'm like, oh, he think I'm cute. And, okay, I'm cute. You understand what I'm saying? Which I knew that already. But I guess having the attention or affection of a male made me feel some type of way back then. I don't know if it's because there was something missing because Granny sure enough loved me. And Mom and Dad sure enough loved me. But I don't know. I guess that something was missing. Or I felt like something was missing.
The attention.
Right. Oh, she cute. She's still cute.
Yes, she's still cute. I still see Nisha with braces, but at any rate, we on the first baby.
Okay, yeah. I at this point, I'm hanging with an older girl. And she tell me that my dude is like messing around with some girl. And she's like, but don't say nothing. And you know we gonna say something.
Of course.
You feel me? And so I said
in
something.
2.2 seconds.
And it got back. And she's like, oh, you talk too much and whatever. And long story short, we ended up, I'm going to sum the story up. I ain't gonna go into. I already been convicted of it. So I can't go to jail again. But she was picking with me. She kept calling my phone, harassing and picking with me. And as I told you, our house is kind of like, was dysfunctional. And so she caught me on a bad day. My mom and my dad at my granny house and everything going haywire. And she called and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. So you want to fight? And look at me, I'm on my way. And I went over there and we fought and she got hurt. And I was placed on probation. Well, she lied. She said I cut her. I've never cut or hit nobody with no hammer, no knife, no. I just kind of, I used to use my hands to solve my problems. But she fabricated the story and upped it a little bit. I got on probation. And then a couple months after that, her cousin or sister or somebody made up like some bogus charges and it revocated my probation. I ended up, it got so bad that I took it to trial. Like I took it to trial. I've been to trial a couple times because I just believe in
being fair. Right.
Yeah. So, and I got sentenced to a year in Marysville.
First time.
Yeah.
Where's the baby?
She was at home. I didn't know actually because they dropped after I took it to trial, that initial charge. I got a hung jury, and they offered me a plea to a misdemeanor, but I was already on probation, and so I'm like, because I don't went to trial, I was facing 2 to 8 for this situation. It was like harassment or whatever the charge was. It wasn't even like a physical charge, and I took the plea because I didn't want to go back to trial and face 8 years, especially for something I didn't do, and they revocated my probation and they gave me a year. And so when I met court for the sentencing, I had no idea. My lawyer didn't tell me. I'm thinking about to go home to my daughter, and I had no idea. And that was the start of something crazy, because they said a year, and he was like, well, go that way. And I'm like, well, what way? He like, go out that way, like past the jury box. So I was supposed to go over there into like a little room. But then when I got out there and wasn't
Okay.
okay
Okay. You done spit on the officer.
on accident.
Okay, keep going. What happens after this?
And so I ended up with I left with a year. Well, I left court with a year sentence. And by the time I woke up the next morning, I had 3 charges. I had an escape. I had harassment on inmate. Oh yeah, baby, they gave you that. You know you're supposed to go over there and sit down. I knew I was supposed to go over there and sit down, but I was doing what I wanted to do.
They gave you escape?
Escape, harassment by inmate. They gave me a lot of stuff.
So now this year has turned into
a possible more time. Hold on, but God.
You already know. Keep going. I'm listening. We're tuned in.
Okay, and I'm gonna speed it up. I get there, I do my year sentence, and as we stated before, I'm kind of smart. So escapes cannot be ran with your current sentence. They have to be ran concurrent, which means I would have had to do my year, and then whatever I got for my escape additionally. Well, I got in that criminal code handbook. They got like a little law library or whatever. I got in my criminal code handbook.
Y'all hear this valedictorian. Y'all slipping on her.
And I found out that it was probationable. And so I wrote a letter to my judge, told him I had a momentary lapse of insanity, and that I wasn't prepared. And he seen favor, well, God allowed him to see favor, and give me grace, and he gave me probation for the escape. And they ended up dropping the harassment by inmate. So I ended up only doing my year, but I got out on parole and probation.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so it was like a real double situation. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But during incarceration is when I received a letter that let me know that my daughter was no longer in the home. Like when I was in jail, I got the letter stating that they had took custody of my daughter.
Wait a minute. Yeah. So let me back up. You left baby at Granny's.
Yeah. Which by this time,
now you in transition.
She up there. Yeah.
And then How did, tell me. I'm still lost.
I received a letter. I was in the mail line. I received a letter, and I was calling home asking to speak to my daughter. And every time I call home, they would say, "Hey, she's with such and such and such and such," or like my family members. And so when I received the letter and it's saying that my child was taken from the home, they got a call, whatever, whatever, and I'm like, so I get back on the phone, and then like how prison work, when you first get there, you can't just go to the phone when you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wait, and I found out. Well, I told them that I knew they could stop lying, and that she was in the care of Children's Services.
Wow.
Right.
And that's how you found out.
Yes.
And now your heart is on the floor.
Shattered.
What happens after this?
I tried to find out anything that I could do, any programs that I could participate in, or anything I could do
for
to get out
release.
of there. Yeah. Hated it. I just want to, yeah. Not for me.
Right.
Even though it may seem like it, and you look at my history, you feel like, yeah, not for me. I'll never be comfortable. I'll never be at home, and you feel me? I appreciate the time.
I mean, but your foundation is different.
Yeah, I appreciate the God giving me time to set me aside. God set me aside.
It's just choices.
Set me aside for I can get it back together. You feel me? That's how I look at the experiences of when I was incarcerated.
You finished a year out.
Mm-hmm.
You had to finish the entire year.
No, I think I may have got out maybe a month or so, maybe a month or 2 months early.
Back
I took
down.
parenting classes. I took, what I got to do, where they meet at, when I am there. Not about to play. I get out.
Release.
Where's
the daughter?
She's at this time, she's placed, she actually was, she changed positioning. Somebody stood up and got custody of her, and then she was shifted to another home. When I got out, I didn't have a place to stay.
Where's I don't want to go too far because I don't want to be offensive to anyone. However, where is family at this time?
They are around. But everybody kind of doing the same thing. At this point, my grandmother is alive still, but she's older. She shortly after passes away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Family is around, but due to the circumstances, she ended up in somebody's home.
How did you feel? Were you bitter? Were you angry? Were you?
I was grateful because I felt like the lady loved my daughter.
Mm.
So I was extremely grateful. In the process of when I got out, I don't feel like I was treated fairly when it came to being reunited with my daughter. I feel like the anger that I had from going through the situation, because I felt in my eyes that I was a good mom. Yes, I made a mistake and I got incarcerated, but I looked at some of the other moms around me and I'm like, why they ain't take her baby? Why they ain't? This is the angry, this is the hater in me that was exactly. So her foster mom basically told me there is no open adoption law in Ohio. I want to say that too. I want to bring awareness to that because I'm not in agreement with it. The lady told me that I was having a problem with my caseworker. I had a little young caseworker. She didn't even have kids. She kept trying to tell me at every visit, and don't do that, and don't do that. And girl,
right,
you don't even got no
right.
This is how I'm feeling.
Anything.
Right. So at some point, me and her ain't seeing eye to eye. Everything that I need to do on my case plan to get my daughter back, I did. It was still my behavior and my attitude that was the issue, which I don't feel like that should have kept me from getting my daughter, but I don't feel like it helped. You understand what I'm saying? Like I should have been more accountable. And okay, so with that happening, ended up coming to an agreement with the foster mom saying that if I signed my rights over, that I don't have to go to the system anymore, and I can go directly through her to see my daughter. And keep in mind, when I'm getting incarcerated, she's a little girl, so she know me, but you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I pop back up, it's just not like, come and take your child, and you haven't even been there. Like I'm trying to work my way. Yeah. So I signed the papers over, and she ended up getting adopted by the lady.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she got adopted out, and the lady gave her the option of keeping
in touch.
My last name. I don't want to step on no toes, but at some point I felt like I wasn't allowed to see my daughter. Anything my daughter did wrong, the punishment was withholding her from me. And I don't feel like that was right. But at this point, I don't have a say-so in the matter, so it kind of, it just worked out the way it did. I do want to make awareness to that too, though, because when I try to, if I was to look up a birth certificate now for my daughter, my name is not on there. Yeah, they take your name. See, all these things I don't know.
You.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If she would have changed her last name, I really wouldn't have been able to. Yeah, but they totally removed my name.
Wow.
And see, and I didn't know any of this because I'm young.
Right.
And I'm not, you feel me? I'm not going to say my family wasn't there, but I think a part of me was ashamed and embarrassed. And that's why I'm here, because I want to break the stigma of, they have on moms that lose their kids like, oh, she ain't no good, or she ain't. Yes, you are, sis. Yes, you are. Things happen. So that's why I'm here, and I'm trying to be transparent, because I want them to know that we do recover. You feel me? Yeah, it's some work that got to go into that.
It is.
Because not just with ourselves, but with our children, because it's some repairing and restoring that we got to do that we wasn't there for. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not going to be easy. Like, I got tears in my eyes now because kids will make you cry.
Girl, daily.
Okay.
Cry and run.
Okay, so the whole situation with that, God worked it out though to where I was kind of always able to be a part of her life and her growing. Not as much as I would like to have,
but you got to see it.
Definitely. So I got to be a part of. I got to go to school performances. I got to, and then because my daughter was in the system, I made sure when I came to these performances, because this lady is taking her to school, and she said it's my mom. So I said, well, who do you want me to say I am? I want to make sure she was comfortable. I didn't want to, you feel me? I was willing to
take the back burner.
Exactly. And so, because I always want to have that understanding with her, and I don't never want to make her feel uncomfortable for decisions that I put us in.
Right.
Okay. So, I feel like we got a good relationship. Sometimes still at this age, she'll still
kind of rocky.
Go below the belt and.
Right.
You feel me? Before I used to use it, and she could guilt trip me. I'm at a point now in my life, ladies, and you can't get there. Well, she can't really guilt trip me.
Not the guilt.
I'm accountable for what.
Over.
Yeah. I'm accountable for.
Days is over.
I'm accountable for.
I get
and
it.
That was that's the first child, and then I had
we home. We back Nisha, or are we someone else?
I'm someone else. I was someone else at that point, because now these friends that I love and I hold dear, the ones that still my childhood friends and even new friends, I don't like to go around nobody that had their kids, because everything triggered me. Everything triggered me. So I'm not going around nobody that had kids. I'm dealing with only single moms and dudes. Everybody's kicking it, and I'm not going around because I got to deal with the real issue. I can't hide from it when I'm faced. You feel me?
Right.
And so
every day.
I ran, and I was just angry for a couple years. I kind of was like,
baby number 2.
I went renegade.
Renegade.
Yeah, I did. I went renegade. Like I just
crazy.
I didn't care about myself like I should have. Like I neglected myself. Not only did I neglect them, but I neglected myself.
You just lost yourself.
Completely.
I know.
And keep in mind, I lost myself in the process when I really was just now getting to know myself.
Right.
So it's something to lose something that you know about, but how do you lose something that you never even knew that you had? Okay. Second baby. Second baby came like 10 years later.
You did what I did.
Yeah. Definitely did.
My first and second 11 years
Didn't even think
apart.
I could have any more kids.
Wow.
Thank God she came just when I needed her. I had her by a guy that I didn't even really know. And
where was the father during the adoption?
The ugly dude?
Yeah.
We never. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Can you cut that out?
No, we cannot cut that out. We are live. But anyway.
He kind of vanished during the incarceration. Like, he kind of stepped up a little bit, because I had some other, like, legal issues that I really ain't addressing right now. I can, because I told you I went to trial more than one time. But so I had other legal issues, but he kind of didn't step up the way he should have. And then once I did that, it wasn't over the year, and you couldn't even take care of my daughter during that year. I didn't even reach out. I didn't even.
Right.
You know she there.
Baby number 2.
Okay.
10 years later.
Yeah.
We're a decade later.
Yeah.
Nisha is 31.
Or something like that. Yeah.
And let's talk about it.
I had her by a young guy that I really didn't know. I was
popping it. Keep
doing
going.
The most. I was doing the most, and I got caught up in the situation. This particular gentleman, he got a lot of kids too, but he a good dad. Like, he's in his kid's life. I basically we had the conversation about I kind of want this baby. I didn't get to raise my first baby. I kind of want this baby. He kind of wasn't all for it, and I'm like, well, juice box done. I can terminate, but juice box done. Like, he like, nah, but go ahead. He's so thirsty. Don't be thirsty, fellas. So I ended up having a baby anyway. Thank God.
This is why I love this.
Because that's why I want to come on here, because I be getting the...
Why? I want you to be Nisha.
Because everybody don't need to be...
I want you to be Nisha.
Is not for everybody. Like,
okay,
I don't like when people be...
Well, you don't have to dive all into
much,
it,
fellas.
but...
Right, fellas don't talk so much. See, I don't want to name drop. He know who he is. Great dad. Glad I made the decision. Do I feel like he can make some improvements? Yeah. But do I feel like I can make some too? Yes.
How's your relationship with her?
With her? Mm-hmm. Or her dad?
The daughter, not the dad.
Great. I said great, but she just turned 14, and it's really
it's going down.
Yeah, it's a really weird and funky stage, and so we kind of go on with it. But for the most part, she's a great girl. She's a great girl. So I can't really. She kind of play too much a little bit. She kind of act like her dad a little bit on the everything funny. I can't really hardly get mad at her. So, she improving. Supposed to be starting a summer job, and be excited about that. And
so we 10 years later.
Getting her ready for high school.
No complications in between. You did the straight and narrow 10.
Yes, I did.
Now, let's go. After we got baby girl number 2.
Baby girl number 2.
What happens after baby girl number 2?
Okay. I met another young boy. Right? Because the old niggas traumatized me. No offense, the old fellas, gentlemen, traumatized me. And I met another young dude. But in the process of this, we still got angry Nisha. Nisha done had a baby, but Nisha haven't did any healing. Nisha ain't took no groups. Nisha ain't did nothing to work on herself. So now you just got messy Nisha with a baby. Yeah, with a baby. And I ended up getting with a dude that was crazier than me. Oh, because it happens. Okay, right? And I ended up catching the case. I got in a fight with a young lady, and I caught another case. I ended up running while I was pregnant. I was on the run. And... I had that baby not in jail. I bonded out a little bit before. I was that situation was kind of he was abusive. He was
I'm sure
he'd do a number on the woman. Be aware, ladies. But I actually owe him an apology because he ended up not being my daughter's father. Yeah, we gonna go all the way there because it ain't like it don't be done. It ain't like the girls don't. You feel me? So, and I'm accountable for that, and I'm wrong.
Right.
And it's not. I didn't deliberately do it, but I ended up getting paternity in the process, and God got a way of working stuff out. He'll clear some stuff out for you. He will. Shout out to you for holding it down and being a good dad. And he still, if I call, he's still kind of there for her because he grew a bond with her. Like they got their own thing going, so I kind of don't.
That's a blessing. Yeah,
man. But of course, I said he a bad dude, but at the end of the day, I still got something good to say about him because when it came to my daughter, he stand pull up for the most part. Great guy.
There's some good guys.
Yeah, it's some good guys.
We all flawed, though.
And now with that daughter, there's a resentment. I want to talk about that, too, because of the test. It's not like she's a little baby. She's old enough to know the difference. And so, yeah, she mad at me for that.
For
having her, you feel me? And then, of course, though, that means...
Now, where is she?
She's at home right now. She's at home. Out of my 5 kids, 3 are in the home. 2 are not. I have an older daughter, and then I have another daughter that I had incarcerated as well.
Back up.
Yeah, back that up.
How many incarcerations? We did 1 year.
Are we counting prison or
yes,
county?
Prison.
Okay, prison.
1 year.
2 numbers, 3 visits.
Gotcha. The 3rd visit is the 3rd child?
Yeah.
And where is she?
The 2nd visit is the 3rd child, but I went back to prison on that number. She's with my family, with my uncle. She was with my aunt and uncle. Unfortunately, my auntie passed away.
So now she's
rest in peace, Rowena. Yes.
So they took her.
My auntie came and got her from prison. I had her in prison, literally on the hospital bed I had her in prison. I had her during my sentence.
Nisha, you have been through a lot.
I have.
That's daughter number.
That's
daughter number.
The one that I had in prison. Because I had one when I was on the run. And when I went away, she was only 8 months. And then when I got to prison, I found out
she was pregnant.
Right, in prison. I came in pants, ended up going to the doctor, getting the blood work, came out in a muumuu. Like fresh pregnant. Like a couple weeks, like fresh pregnant.
So you did the whole bit pregnant?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am. The whole sentence pregnant.
How was your emotional stability? Because when you crazy, I mean, you crazy when you pregnant. Like, you just like up and down, around, left and right. How did you deal with that?
It was traumatic. It was traumatic because at this point, my grandmother has passed away, and she was my rock. That was my rock. So I no longer have her to lean on, to dig me out. And it left me with no choice but to lean on God. Like, and that's where, like, the spirituality was always there. It was already placed in there. Mm-hmm. But I had to do some self-revelation. Yeah, yes. My auntie them, they came and got her from the prison, and then I still had an additional, like, year and some change. Because it took me a whole year to be pregnant for 10 months. And then after I had her, I was just in my first year. I still had to go 2 years without her. And I think I may have seen her one time during my sentence. And I think I seen
So who kept the other two?
My sister and my mother
kept the other two.
Yes.
And then auntie came and got number 4.
Yes. Because you got to get approved when you, like, that prison system, having a baby in prison, it's a brutal experience. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, they force you to take these classes. You have your baby at Ohio State. They force you to take classes. And it's like an adoption class. Like, to where, I don't want to say this because I don't want to, like, if anybody, but it's like, they try to force you to sell your baby. They offer the girls $1,500 before, and then after you have your baby, you have $1,500. They'll give you $1,500, and they give you these packets with these.
Are you serious?
People. Yes, ma'am. On God, like it's about.
So they have like an agreement with the adoption agency.
When you're in prison, I don't know if they linked up or they teamed up with them, but when you're in prison, like you can say where and where you're going, but you can't, like, certain classes are mandatory. So they would make you go to this class, and they pushed you. This is just my perception. I feel like they pushed you to sell your baby. Like, because you got women that are vulnerable, and a lot of people are in here, they don't have people to come and get their babies. They don't have family members. Right. And so they present this money for you, and you in here, you pregnant, you're really hungry. You understand what I'm saying? And so you have a lot of choices being made under duress that I don't believe that people would make if they weren't under duress. Now, me personally, I got on that phone, and I got the calling, you feel me? And I wanted somebody to come and get my baby, and, you know, God was with me, and I was able to do that. But, like, yeah, like, it's a really traumatic experience. Like, I had young ladies that agreed with the process and then reneged in the end. Like, because I became friends with these women that were pregnant in here with me. We grew a bond. Yeah, right. We grew a bond.
How long did you do this time?
I did.
Well, we know you over 9 months.
After 3-year sentence, I did 2 and like 4 months.
So you were sentenced to 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Nisha.
Yes, ma'am. They gave me 3 years. I got in an altercation with a young lady, and I bit her. I'm sorry, wherever you are. I'm not going to say your name, but I apologize. I didn't mean for that to happen the way it did. Yes, I got sentenced to 3 years. And I'm not going to say that I was the instigator in that situation. I am going to say that. I'm going to apologize for the way it played out, but some people don't be knowing what people be dealing with when they come with that rah-rah. They don't even know that.
Right.
I'm a bomb ready to explode, baby, and I don't want to take you with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, 3-year sentence, and, yeah, I did like 2 years and 4 months on it. Because you know me, what I say. I'm going to do some classes. Where I need to sign up at. Which way do they go to the... Oh, they were so mad at me, baby, because I'm secure within myself. I've always been secure within myself, but my spirituality and stuff is like what I struggle with. I got friends that was incarcerated, and everybody got on the same outfit, right? I used to come out and be like, why you ain't comb your hair? Why you ain't on your outfit? Man, we got on the same thing. And not saying like I was depressed in there, but my physical appearance is not what I was worried about at all. Mm-hmm. That 3-year sentence, I was trying to clean some stuff out, get to know me. What do I like? What don't I like? Mm-hmm. Like I didn't even, at this point, I'm 20-something years old. Well, I'm 30-something years old, but I don't even know what I like. I don't even know me. I had to get to know me. And so that's why I say I thank God for that time he set me out. Man, the best thing because I was able to not just, I was able to replenish. I was able to restore myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was able to prepare for what it is that he had me to do next. Like, I don't want to go all churchy on you, but like,
you see my shirt?
My message is definitely a message.
Shout out to Janine Porter.
Okay, got one of those too. Love her. God can do anything, can and will.
Absolutely.
Okay, so with the sentence, I ended up getting out. I got this third baby now that I hardly don't get to see. And there's another gap I want to talk about with the prison system when it comes to reunifying people, or you're supposed to come up with like a parole plan. I had a parole plan. I actually took HVAC when I was incarcerated. Took HVAC, took empowerment groups. Like, I'm prepared. I didn't get to get certified for my
HVAC,
my universal certification, because it was like a week after my release date. So that was like a blow that first hit me when I first got out. Because when I got out,
and
I
they didn't give it to you.
No, because you had to take a test. It was like a testing. And then when I got out, they tried to set me up with places to take it when I got out. But everybody wanted me to go back through school and get funding. Nobody wanted to just offer me the test. Or at least I didn't have to offer the information, the proper place to go. I kind of left just kind of wiggling, and you could check these places out. And then my housing, 2 days
so the
before
rehab part,
2 days before I left, my housing fell through. They were supposed to set me up with housing and everything. It fell through. So now I'm back in the same environment that I left in, which is, because at this point my mom ain't got clean yet. She on drugs, and you feel me?
Life is life.
Yeah. And I'm doing what?
Now you surviving.
Yeah. Basically. And I know how to get some money. It's just not about getting it the right way. You know what I mean? I know how to get some money. I'm real creative. Just being honest. You know what I mean?
How did you get to the...
I ended up going back to prison, because that's only 2 trips. I got the first one with the revocation of probation, and now we got the situation with the young lady.
Pretty much.
Okay, so when you leave now in prison, you get something called post-release control, meaning if you get in trouble on a parole, you can go to jail for up to half your original sentence. But the most they can give you is 9 months at a time. So me, I had this bright idea. When I get out, keep in mind, at this point when I go to jail, I'm praise dancing. I'm doing everything that God tells me to do. So when I get out, I'm in this crappy environment, but I'm still like, I'm spiritually fit, but I ain't have nobody pouring into it. So at some point, I get dragged into a get rich quick scheme. I decide, I get a call, and I want to talk about this because it's really important. I get a call from the jail from one of my friends that I'm keeping in touch with. She asked me to take some cigarettes to a certain young lady on the outside to get them to her. Oh, cool, not a problem. I think they were $7 back then, $7. Took them to the person, they got them to her. Next thing I know, she like, call this number. I go to the number, they give me $100. So I'm like, for a pack of cigarettes. So I said, do you need any more? Keep them out, I'm out. I'm staying with my mom, I got these kids. You need any more? I don't got a carton. You understand what I mean? I'm about to roll. It's my thinking. You feel me? Because it's the street thinking. Right. I'm back in this environment. Make a long story short, that didn't even last too long, baby. The phone calls being recorded, and my defense, what I told my parole officer was, well, I knew I was touching the line. I didn't think I was crossing it, because it's legal for me to buy them, and it's legal for me to give them to her. You understand what I'm saying? But I ended up getting 9 months for the intent. I knew the intent of and so now here I am, humbling experience, because when I leave at this point in the prison, I'm not necessarily, I don't want to say I'm somebody to look up to, but I'm like a model prisoner. I'm not doing no fornicating. I'm not doing no cussing. I'm living how God wants me to live. It's easy to do it when it's in a structured environment. I have the issue with it when I'm outside. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm inside, oh yeah, they love me. The people's choice. You understand what I'm saying? But when you set me outside of that environment, it's almost like, I don't want to call it institutionalized, because I'm not living within the street code of inside the prison. The inside the prison got a street code too. Okay, but I got drug in with the cigarettes. So now I got to go back, and all these people I used to praise dance, and it was the first time in a long time that I felt like I was worth something. I would go up with the pastor, and he would have me to minister. And I would pray before I went out, and I said, God, decrease me and increase you, would be my prayer, because I didn't want them to see Donesha, the one that did all the stuff that they said I did. I want them to see the God in me. And so that would be the prayer that I would say every time. And they would come to me like, you did a good job, sis. And I'm like, no, sis, glory be to God. Like, I never want to take nothing from God, because I knew what he was doing through me. You understand what I'm saying? So that really, because I'm passionate. When it comes to, like, I never felt so special. I had a really special birthday incarcerated as well, like, where I felt more loved in there than I did on the outside. Like, just the care and concern, because I know it's hard to come up with things in there, and the ladies, they would dress your bed up, you feel me, and give you little snacks and stuff, and just little cards telling you how much they love you, and sometimes you don't even get that on the outside. So, you know what I mean? Like, it meant a lot. I'm sorry I'm crying. Don't get to judging me.
It's okay.
You're so judgy. That's why I didn't want to come on here. I want to be transparent. Don't be judgy. So, like, that was the issue for me. So when I got out, that was my goal. I want to get out, and I want to praise dance, and I want to go back into the prisons, and I want to refill these women. When I end up getting a revocation, it was embarrassing. It was a humbling experience for me, because now I talked all this positive stuff, and you right back.
We all fall short.
That's what I'm saying. But God said, so this time when I'm back, I'm shutting my mouth. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm still in the word, but I'm trying to hear what God is trying to tell me. What didn't I get the last time? Like, seriously, though. Right. Like, for real.
Right.
And I know it's my, I didn't have any patience. I didn't allow God a chance to do what he wanted to do. I kept trying to step in and do it my way when he already was trying to do it his way. Today. Yeah, it was patience. Slow it down, baby girl. That's all I had to do. Okay, so get out. I'm trying to repair. I'm trying to get these kids. By this time, kids have got a little older. Take these kids. As soon as you get out, take these kids.
Right. Everybo's tired at this moment.
What you gonna do?
Right. Family support.
Yeah, we're gonna step up as we should.
Right.
So it was a process. I had to get acquire a place to stay, figure out what it is that I want to do with my future. It's hard when you acquire a place to stay. Like, I ain't never had like low income. Not putting it down, like I wish I could have had it, but because I always had a felony or something, like my record was never even clean enough to be able to even afford. Okay, so now I gotta grow up. I gotta get on my ball. Ended up being able to obtain a place to stay, get my kids, now try to find a career. That's when I choose to go into radio. I feel like I got something to say. I feel like I speak well for myself, and so I decided to go to ICB. I want to go to school for broadcasting. I'm a really good sales lady, of course. Told you I can sell things. So, and I got a good way with words, with my writing. So I want to sell commercials. I want to sell and videograph commercials. It's one of the goals I want to do. But right now, my immediate goal is I'm trying to start an empowerment group called Change the Taste. It's basically I want to change it's a group where you can change the perception of how people view you. Basically, change the way your name tastes in their mouth.
Oh, I know that's right.
So that's what I'm working on right now. The immediate. I do got my personal book coming out about my story. It took me a while to write that. I kept putting it down because every time I got ready to write something, I'm like, oh, I'm incriminating myself. Let me put it back down. I had an issue coming on here because I didn't know if he was going to respond to the live, and I didn't know what they was going to ask me. Some things I was willing to talk about, some things I kind of wasn't.
You can ask questions.
I felt like I touched the basis on a lot of the things that, you feel me? Yeah, you've heard other stuff about me, but that's not me. I'm really a nice girl. Wait. I'm really a nice girl. I had like anger, like I was
you
mad.
You skipped because we still got baby number 5.
Oh, my lovey. Okay, yeah. Oh, and I'm in love. I'm definitely in love, you guys. I got somebody loving on me, something serious. I want to talk about that too because as a single mom with a lot of kids, you feel like ain't nobody gonna want me with all these kids, and ain't nobody gonna want me to. It's some good men out there, sis. There's some good men out there that don't cheat, that don't belittle you, that don't degrade you. Like, I got a really great man.
You preach.
I used to say, he's too good for me. I was corrected by a elder woman, and she says, don't say that because you worked it. And so, definitely gotta had a baby at my old age. She 4 now. You
had a baby over 42. Oh, we did that.
Yeah, I did. I did. She life. Like she keep me young. She keep me. I appreciate the fact that God gave me another chance to try to get it right. You know what I'm saying? And God is so good that my other children are still in my life. Like my oldest daughter, she's hands-on, see her every day, and we're building. We actually trying to work on a podcast to try to heal other moms. I'm going to speak for the point of view from a mom, and she's going to tell her point of view. And then we're going to bring other kids. Like I got some kids that's in a group home a friend of mine has, and I'm going to bring them and let them tell how they feel. Because that's the only way that you can repair is if you talk about it. You got to have that tough conversation. Communication. And that's why I'm here, because the conversation need to be had. Like, mistakes do made, and sometimes they be the stupidest one. Sometimes it's like you can't catch a break. Just keep making mistakes. Man, how about, but God, like, start being more mindful about the decisions that I make. Mindful about the places that I go. Mindful of what I allow in my ears. You can't just dump anything in my ears.
Not only like so in your ears, in your whole environment. It's like you got to block yourself off.
And you got to know yourself, because for me, I fall into it. Right. I know that I'm not strong enough. You
straddle the fence. That's why I be by myself so much, because I'm like, I'm not perfect. Like, and I will go left. No, I'm like, I will go left in a minute. So I just do myself.
That's what I want to talk about. It's a little prayer I say. I ask God, please use my words to edify and not to tear down. because I know
I'm working on that as well.
That's the effect that I be having. So that's like why. Use my words to edify, not to tear down. Because that's my goal is not to harm anyone. That's why I try to make it a point of anybody I spoke of that I did harm on here, that I want to make a public apology, because most of the time when I did something to somebody, it was publicly. So why not be a woman and apologize publicly when I did what I did publicly?
Y'all hear this?
I just want to be accountable. I want to be accountable for my actions. I want to be accountable for my next right move, and I want to do the right thing. I want to be able to go into places and empower women, not just, and then to change the taste is I want to change anger into like an artistic expression. Whether you write, whether you sing, whether you dance, whatever your gift is, I want to be able to use that gift to make somebody else feel good. So not only will you feel good and make you feel good about yourself by exploring where you feel like the direction that you may want to go in, but also uplift other people while doing that. Like it's a good feeling doing good.
It is.
It is.
That's why I love this. Like, I really want to do more. Like, when I brought this on here, because I knew other single moms was suppressing so much.
Yeah.
And they need to get it out. And they needed a platform to get it out. We get joked about every day. We struggle every day. I mean, that Blue app, it has so many negativity and so many derogatory comments about us. I mean, all of that. It's so much that I'm like, somebody got to feel like I feel.
Yeah, definitely so.
And this is healing.
Yeah, definitely so.
You can't heal until you get it out.
That's why I came, because, sis, be encouraged. And close them legs. It's okay to close them legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you worth it, he'll wait. And you are worth it. Like, that was the issue that I dealt with. You feel me? There's not an issue when you have a paternity issue unless you being promiscuous. You feel me? And we can say whatever we want to say about the guys, but in that point in time right there, that's something I got to be accountable for.
Let me ask this question. Was your promiscuity, did it come from you not feeling good about yourself? Or did it come from...
That was my power.
That was your power.
My pee, I felt. Don't do that. That's why I felt like that was something that I could control.
You are a mess. Nisha, what's your sign?
So do you control your...
What's your sign?
I'm just saying.
What's your sign?
Virgo. We down to earth. That's right. We down to earth. We loving. You feel me? I just, that's where my mind frame was at. Because keep in mind, at this point, I don't have any possessions. Every time I try to acquire something, when I go away, it's gone. You got apartments in the midst of all this, but when you leave, ain't nobody paying storage for it? You feel me? Like, so you keep acquiring, like you can't, my foundation was rocky. You understand what I'm saying? Also, I do concrete work. Hit me up.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, wait a minute, you skipped over ICB. I mean, you skipped to ICB, but I'm
in my bag, yep.
I called you for concrete work.
You had.
An assessment. Yeah, okay.
I didn't get back to it in a timely manner because I was trying to get through school and graduate.
I understand, but I'm just saying, we're talking about the trade aspect.
Okay, so we're talking about the trade or ICB?
We're talking about both.
Okay. So as far as ICB, I went back to school. It was a bit of a struggle. Like I said, I was intelligent, but if you don't use it, you will definitely lose it. So getting back in the swing of going to school and doing things, it started out a little bit of struggle. It didn't have to do with education-wise. It just had to do with study habits and the way that the time, you have to set the time aside to do what you need to do. With the trade. Went through the...
How did you decide? I mean, what made you decide to do that? What made you even decide to do
because
HVAC?
I got out of jail. In prison, that was like one of the only programs other than cosmetology that you could take in prison. Cosmetology had a wait list because all the girls that go to jail wanted to do hair. So HVAC didn't. HVAC, give my 3 days, give me 3 days a month. I'm over here. I was pretty good too. I don't even remember half of it now. I probably could do a refresher question like, oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, and you get paid. I'm trying to go where the money
is. So now how we get the concrete?
Babe, when I get out, he was already a friend. He was doing concrete work. He was working through the union. Shout out to Local 132, Greg West. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Apprenticeship program. He hit me up with the apprenticeship program through the local union. They accept felons. I needed a good job to pay decent money that wasn't going to hold my background against me. So this is how I got started in the concrete union. Great pay. I think I started out my first year, $28 an hour. Feel me? And then, like, I wasn't doing nothing like holding the sign. They wasn't. I mean, I could do the work, but being a woman, you feel me? And then, like, they get paid more to hire me.
Right.
I'm black and I'm a woman. I'm a
minority. Right.
So they was quick to pick me, but then I could never
practice
ladies,
my craft. Here, that's a field you can go into and make
telling you,
a very lucrative field.
Benefits, you got the retirement, you got 401k, the benefit package is just I don't want to turn this into a commercial.
And that's being into the union, getting into the union.
Yes, okay. yes. Great idea. If you're looking for something, kids come out and looking for something to find a good pay. You get the training, and you don't have to look for the jobs. Your business agent kind of, for the most part, find the jobs for you. A lot of benefits.
That's part of being in the union.
My babe go through the union, and he suggested that I come. So I took the apprenticeship class, and I start going. That's why, actually, before ICB, I started trying to do a construction management degree.
You ain't like that?
It didn't work out too well. This was around the COVID time, and I'm more of an in-class type of a person. The online thing.
The nerd is surfacing again.
Yeah, the online thing was like not really. With school, now I got kids. I used to studying with kids, and it's a lot of distractions. I like to be in the building so I can get the full experience. My babe, he do construction work, hard working man, and I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good myself. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I can get down there and pull a ride. Patios, driveways, sidewalks, hit me up. So that's when I started that. But because we kind of got our own thing going, but based on like the equipment and the other things we need, and then still having to have income coming in, of course he still does work. So if we can get like the side job or whatever, sometimes we can get that done.
So truly, he introduced you to the trade.
Yes.
That you kind of sort of like. However, ICB is what you're passionate about.
Yes.
And this is what we're moving forward.
Yes.
How do we get to Mommy Makes Mistakes?
This is my heart right here. This is my heart. This is my words on paper. I've been working on this since I started school.
Y'all see how she softened up, right?
Yeah, because stuff that means stuff to me,
it's like you. You went into the shell, like you went into a different person. Okay,
I was supposed to be. I started working on this when a little bit after school started. I had a vision of this book, but because I was busy with the schoolwork, I had to like break it down in sections, and like it costs to make a book. So it's like I was a full-time student. At some point, I didn't work. I was only going to school, and so I would set a little bit aside towards the books, a little bit aside towards the kids. Like I had to like buckle down the budget. I had to go without. It come with a lot of sacrificing, but that's okay though, because I knew that it would pay forward. The book in Protrusion. I finally, when I finished up school, I had the book set up for release last year, but it didn't come through because other things happened. I got with my publisher, and I told her that I wanted to produce it for this year, Mother's Day, that I wanted to be able to bring my book out. I want to be able to tell my story. I want to be able to come on your platform and just empower other women and change the stigma of how you approach women that lose their children. My book is about mothers being incarcerated and having to separate from their children, and it's letting the child know that they're loved regardless. Like, just because I'm not there don't mean I don't love you. Yes, I made a mistake. It's acknowledgement of making a mistake, but also stating that, you know, I still love you. It has a couple journal pages in the back and a couple scriptures. It just dear to my heart because it was personal. It was personal. It was to my kids, like my daughter that I didn't raise. Like, I want to speak on that too. All the time your kids may not be ready to forgive you. She
the relationship is
she doesn't want to come back. Yeah, no. She just doesn't. She wants to stay where she is. I'm not doubting like her love for me or anything like that, but like
how old
she
is
don't
she now?
know me. She's 10. Okay. She don't really know me.
How does that make you feel?
It saddens me, but it also gives me joy that she loves somebody enough that she's comfortable to stay with them. Like, so I don't really necessarily look at the good aspect of everything that happened. You understand what I'm saying? Because if when I first got out, if they would have placed her back with me, remember, I went right back in.
Right.
And she's just now getting to know me.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot on a child. And so I just allow her to be in her space. Like, I call her and I say, you want to come over? She's like, I'm like, you sure? And you like, I talked to her. She just she loved my uncle. She loved my auntie. And now that my aunt's not there anymore, it's like she holding on to my uncle. Like, and I'm not. I like that. I like that. I like that. Like, I'm not.
Were they
I'm not
older?
Bitter about it.
They older.
And she's spoiled. Like, I can't compete. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I can't compete with the way they spoil her. And she's kind of like the only babe over there. And over here, I got all these kids, and she get more attention.
Time split.
Yeah, she get more attention. Just like I told you with the one over here, I'm kind of the little baby, and then her dad is in the home. So then you have to deal with when you have different dads, and a dad that's participating or being a part of, and his people are missing. So I have to make sure everybody get their amount of love that they need. And I got that one though that need that special. She gave me a run for my money.
Which one?
You know how your grandma said it? Italy.
How old?
11. Whew. Yeah, she just kind of got like a chip. She got like a little chip on her shoulder. Like she mad at me. You know what I mean? And so, and they be like tell me like, you need to check. But for some point, I kind of allow her that because I got a role to play in why that's there. Mm-hmm. And until I keep working with her and keep talking with her, like that's the only way we gonna bite that chip. But she don't hesitate to tell you
how she feel.
And in her eyes, my mom is her, like her mom. She was with my mom. You feel me? She was with my mom as her mom. Shout out to my mom. I love you, Mom. Thanks for getting clean. You did that. My mom been clean for like 5 years now, going on 6.
All right. Congratulations, Mom.
Stuff do happen. And that was a part of my prayer was when I was incarcerated. Have all these things prayed, and you look back over it, and God help me cross each and every one of them out. And some of the stuff I didn't think was possible. Because keep in mind, my mom was addicted to drugs since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So even though I threw it on the list, but you kind of, still got that mental health thing on there because that's the issue that needs to be addressed. That's also a reason why I was scared to come on your platform because I be thinking that sometimes the mental issue could be hereditary.
It is.
So she got like paranoid schizophrenia where she think people after her and people, you feel me? And so I felt like I didn't want
my sister, it was her grandmother, her mother, her, and now they believe it's my other brother. So it can be her.
And it's something serious. Like it's very serious. I got another book coming out in a documentary called Just Be Right. The name is catchy because my mom's name is Bobby Wright. So it's like Just Be Right because I would pray. Like she would go to the school sometimes and like act the fool and look a fool, and for a kid that's embarrassing. Like people want to know where all this anger came from. It came from like embarrassing stuff that I didn't know how to cope with or I didn't know how to deal with, and I couldn't speak up. So I would take it out.
And kids are cruel. Did you ever? Horrible. Kids are awful.
At some point,
like
when I shared the thing about the post about like the comments, and then I want to say something to Shannon.
Yes. Meadowdale.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you watching.
Read.
She keep talking about this fight, right?
What fight?
I don't want to go in detail, but she started it. She maced me. She started it. Go in the comments, Shannon. She started it, and like I kept laughing it off. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, she did it again. I said,
you and Shannon got in a fight?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Well, are y'all friends?
Yeah, I love her.
I was gonna say I love her too.
Yeah, no, I love her, but she and I'm like, why does Shannon keep bringing up that fight? And I'm like, she started it. And I want to say that. I'm saying that that's for you, Shannon. You started that fight.
I didn't even know y'all got in a fight.
Yeah, this is back high school days. Over the ugly, I told you the ugly boy had girls.
They always do. But you was wild though.
Yeah and no.
I mean, yeah and no to me because I knew you.
Right.
But to the average Joe,
it was just what they would say.
To the average Joe, like, nah, wait a minute. I don't even want to call her name, but I believe I was right there when y'all got in a fight. Yeah.
Call her name. No, don't call her name.
I don't call her name.
I'm sorry, whoever
I'm sorry,
whoever she thinking about. I'm sorry.
Nah, I remember that night like.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was that a club or something?
I don't even remember why y'all was fighting, because to be quite honest, I'm going to give you a trigger. Y'all from the same hood.
Westwood. Oh, I'm really sorry then, sis.
But I can't. We old
ain't no
now.
telling. I'm sorry.
Because that was literally when we were like 18.
Fresh out of high school. We
so
thought we
19. You was 19. You a year older than me. So yeah,
I'm sorry to anybody that I may have harmed directly or indirectly.
But yeah,
I truly do apologize.
You was a pistol though, but it was like.
It was. Because I didn't.
We never had no problems, so I don't know.
After I lost my first daughter, I went through a phase of not caring. So it's some things that you may have heard about. You feel me? I didn't care. I didn't care. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't being responsible. I wasn't being accountable. Like, I went through a whole phase after my first daughter. The only way I was able to move forward, and I spoke about this with her, was I had to picture it as if she was no longer here. Because it was hard to think about, like, it's a pain to come with that. It's not the same pain as, like, losing your child. Like
Shannon said, she beat my butt.
Shannon, stop telling. Don't say that story ever again. Yes. I told you she was gonna come. She was coming.
Girl, that's my girl. That's my girl. Oh, look. Okay, so the other person I'm talking about was on there, and I just said I remember that fight.
I told you she was gonna come. And I don't even remember that. Like,
I remember that night. I remember that night.
We do heal, we do recover, we do restore. I'm so
okay.
sorry.
We need to read these comments because
we got
so. Hey, Aaron, you gonna have to get with us because we got all these comments. So she said, I remember your mom as a kid. You were always bright light though. Okay, that was Shanessa Sweeney. And then let me see. Hold on. Hey, Aaron, you gonna have to give us these comments because I can't read it without I can't. If I read them, it's.
Man, I love y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn my audio down. I gotta see. Hold on. We got so many comments.
Yeah, no.
Because y'all know she crazy.
And I didn't want to address the comments because I don't know what these people gonna say.
Tion said she wasn't a punk. She was my dog, of course.
That's my friend. Shout out to Tion.
We know y'all show
he
friend.
Me. Yes, that's
your buddy.
So.
I know that's your buddy.
That's my friend.
Let's see. Rashonda said, man, you fried. Let's see. Dang, we got so many dang
right,
comments.
and am I doing good, John? Since y'all want to be in the comments.
Wait a minute, the whole transparency is so dope. That's what Kim said.
That's right.
Right. I mean,
that's right.
And that's why I do this. Like, if you're going to come on here and you're going to lie and you're going to be stinky acting like I'm cool.
No, I
like the transparency.
I want to help some women heal because I know I'm not the only one that lost my child.
That's the whole thing. You gotta help the women
kids.
heal.
So I know I'm not the only one that lost my child, but I just want them to know that it's okay. You can recover, but it's some work that you're going to have to put in, sis. It's some work that you're going to have to put in, not just with yourself, but with your children, with the team of family members around you. It's some bridges that you got to build back up. Like, and I just want that to be known, but I want you to know that I'm here. If you want to reach out in any way that I can help you or help empower you, if there's anything that I can do, feel free to reach out to me without no judgment.
Exactly.
Because that's what it's all about. It's about everybody helping each other. Because I do believe it takes a village to raise. Yes, I do.
It does. It takes a village.
Shout out to my team.
The one thing I'm struggling, and I'm going to say this transparently because I was going to post this the other day, like the mean girl syndrome that we have here. Like, I'm just a mean person is what people think anyway.
Right.
But I'm not a mean person. But the mean girl cliquish stuff, I'm over that here. Like, this city is just, like, way too small. We all trying to get somewhere. It's
full of potential.
And it is. And
just say something nice.
You can't, I'm just sick of the click part. If you don't look like this and you don't look like that, or you don't do this and you don't do that, it's just, I'm over it.
Right.
I'm over it. Like, we grown. We all trying to grow and go.
Definitely so.
The men, you see, we the butt of the joke every day. So if y'all women ain't figured out that
I don't think we the butt of a joke, though. I think that some guys I think we put a lot of pressure on guys, too. I want to come and kind of defend the guys a little bit, too. Because we got a role to play.
I'm not.
We got a role to play, too.
Of a role to play. But I'm saying, like, I never seen so many men be so derogatory towards women on a daily basis.
It's the music. It's what they put in their ears.
Like, I'm over it. I'm like really over it. And I think because I'm in my 40s now, it's like, okay, this really ain't cool like this. Like, this really ain't cool for y'all to talk about us like this every day. Because 9 times out of 10, most of them was raised by single mamas. The ones that got so much to say.
No doubt.
Y'all was raised by single moms. It wasn't a lot of 2-parent homes. It was, but it wasn't. It was probably equal, if nothing else. Right. So the shunning of the single moms and all of that. I'm over that.
Shunning, though.
I do. I do.
I mean, some people address it, but for the most part, I think the ones that it is what it is.
It is what it is. And that's what it is. And that's exactly.
When you're not married, there's a chance that I'm going to be a single mom. I have to take that into consideration when I'm laying down with, and it's a chance that I might get married with this man. I still could be a single mom.
Right.
So it's like, you gotta be responsible in order to be engaging in sex. That's a responsibility. That's not they take it as right.
No, it's not.
And people, I feel like we misusing it. I feel it was made for us to consecrate the marriage.
I misuse my womb, as Quran Ward would say.
You understand what I'm saying?
Shout out to bruh and fam. Yeah.
But with the dudes, if they just hold themselves more accountable and quit making it seem like it's so important. You understand what I'm saying? The whole sex thing. Because I'm taking it before even kids come. Before you become a mama, you gotta engage unless you're married.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Nisha, I love you.
I love you too.
I'm glad you came.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Before you leave, tell me, what advice do you have for my single moms? Because Nisha done went from valedictorian to getting how many numbers? Three numbers? Two. Two numbers. Let me get it right. Valedictorian, 2 numbers.
Yep.
Trade, degree, book writing, single mom. Now she got a love of her life. Like, she's worn all these hats. Like, it can be done. So what advice do you have?
First advice I have is don't allow your emotions to override your intelligence.
That's a good one.
Like, I'm big on controlling my emotions because sometimes you can feel one way
but
right
you
now,
got
and
that
10
way
minutes later.
After.
Yeah, but if you conscious.
No, but I'm saying.
Of what you're feeling.
Did you get that way when you got the first number?
No. That's where I'm at now, and so that's why my advice is to I ain't gonna say think before you act. Don't let your emotions override your intelligence. I'm not saying deny the feeling that you having. It's just be smart in how you display it, and if it should even be displayed.
Right.
Because everything ain't to be exposed.
Right.
That's why I had a problem coming on here.
Keep your poker face.
Right. Well, not necessarily so, because sometimes you need to get some things out.
Sometimes I was gonna say.
Because you end up with a unspoken expectation. That's what happens sometimes in relationships when you feel like somebody should be doing a certain thing, but you never even said nothing about it, but now you're mad about it, but you never even spoke on it. That's an unspoken expectation that you hold against somebody else that they don't even know that you have. Like, so it's like, I feel communication is the key. Being in consideration is the key. Because when you communicate, you can express what you need, and then if you take other people in consideration, then more likely you'll be more mindful, and you guys can come up with a solution if it's a problem, or you can be creative and collaborate and create something. Like, I just want moms to, I want to say, not forgive yourself. I want to say forgive yourself or heal yourself. And understand that kids is a blessing from God. Like, we're here to, you feel me, to look after them. Like, there is no perfect handbook, but the whole thing is to do the next right thing.
I don't even think I embraced parenting until probably my last.
So you understood when you got older, you could understand.
3 years. Like, having my son, it was just like, I don't know if it's like I woke up, like I've been in a dream or something the entire time, and now I'm just like, well, I can't say that. I would say when my 6-year-old, it's like I started waking up, but the 3-year-old was like, oh, I'm up now. Like, I've been sleeping since I moved back here. Seriously, it's okay. Last year, I was just like, you know what, let's come on out with it. Right. I'm up now.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm up and I'm at it.
That's why you had made one post about what do they be saying about me or something you said, and I was like, who is all them baby daddies? Because you already know that's what they say. Like, I just like to be real and raw.
Wait,
you already know that's what they
when I saw that,
so I said,
wait a minute, when
that's
I
what
saw
she wanted
that,
to hear. She wanted to hear the real stuff.
I wanted to hear the real stuff.
Appropriate. Yeah, that's what you.
I did want to hear
real with.
And when I saw you, I said, only Nisha would say that. But I laughed out loud because I'm like, that's really what I did want to hear.
Like, I said, well, who is that other baby? Where did that other baby come from?
See, I can't stand her.
I did. I was so glad you asked. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you having me on here. I was so nervous, y'all. Y'all don't even know that, because I'm being transparent, so I'm telling stuff that's intimate to me. And also, I'm trying to withhold a little bit of the details because I got a book coming, and I definitely want you to get it. So I'm trying to withhold a little bit, but I also want to be open, and I want them to
be.
Understand my heart.
I think that's the only way people gonna respect.
I understand why people really love me because I'm really fun. I'm really loving. Like, and I genuinely care. I do genuinely care, and the anger is gone. The anger is subsided, and the little bit, if I do have like frustration or whatever, I really feel like I kind of, for the most part, master controlling it. Now don't try to videotape me like this hurt popping off. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely down. I'm definitely in progress.
They definitely gonna be like this.
That's okay though.
But we human.
I'm welcoming it. Because that's what I'm exposing myself for. Because I'm not perfect.
Because you gotta be you.
Keep making the next right step.
My tagline is own who you are.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation is, just own who you are. We all fall short.
I'm excited. I'm glad.
So y'all need to grab this book soon.
It's gonna be available next week. I don't look on my page. Disregard what's on my page.
Mommies
it's gonna be
Make
able
Mistakes.
for purchase next week. I'm in the process of doing something big with it. Stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for the love that you guys shared.
You got your flowers.
That was awesome.
I had to give all my women their flowers.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, I just thank y'all. Y'all also y'all made me cry when I shared that post, because I don't go on Facebook a lot because I don't know how to act, so I just took it off my phone. I'm just being honest with you, because I got a certain standard that I'm trying to hold myself to, and if I feel like I can't do that, then maybe I need to remove myself.
Until you're
it's
ready.
Okay to remove yourself when you're not being appropriate.
I agree.
But it made me cry. It made me cry. It made me feel loved. It helped me feel secure. It motivated me. It motivated me like they want to. People really do want to see me win, because the paranoid schizoid make me think like, you going on there, they gonna be your top, your broad. Make sure you understand what I'm saying. Then I get mad and be ready to, what you say?
Knuck if you butt. No,
not anymore. I'm in a good space. I'm seeing things from the positive light. And I just appreciate y'all. I appreciate you for having me. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to ICB.
Shout out to Aaron.
I'm looking forward.
Guess what, y'all?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is my videographer was her teacher at ICB.
Super cool dude. Knows all this stuff.
So we all come full circle here.
We do. Right. And I want to, up next, besides the book, I do want to work on commercials. If somebody want to work out and help me get my commercial game up. I know. Got you. I know I got Martina on sauce.
Yeah, I know Martina.
I got. Y'all seen my first
Boss Potato.
Thank y'all for liking it. It was a little. I just started school, so work with me. A little bit better now. Also, I'm looking forward. I want to start this internship at WRCX, and I'm looking forward. Shout out Mr. Skip Ross to that opportunity. So you guys gonna see more from me. I love dating, and I want to do what I can to just help empower dating.
So y'all look forward.
Dating's dope.
To what Nisha got coming.
Yeah, I got a lot of good things coming.
Support Nisha. We love her. We love her, and we're gonna have a shot. We're gonna have a shot of bourbon with brandy at the end.
Here we go.
To Nisha. And we are out. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, before we leave, hold on. I want to know why none of y'all went to my website and ordered my hair care products. Like, y'all need to get with that. BeNaturalHairCare.com. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all got to support. Go to 937 Hair Saga. Like, what's going on with y'all? Y'all got to support your girl, like, because she's moving. Like, she's doing things. Then y'all going to be like, oh, she tried to let y'all in before she get big, because she's definitely growing and going.
She is.
Stay tuned. Oh, I do got your edge control over there for you.
Period. And you keep me sticking back. I mean, I was coming. I got my little headband wig on. Don't judge it. But like, it was cute. Simple.
A headband wig. Bye, y'all. I'm done with her. A headband wig, man. Why would you tell us that? You fried.
For my edge control.
You is fried.